Do you want to learn something that will forever change all your ideas about the psychology of women and relationship psychology in general? And when you finish watching this video, you will have a clear understanding that will make you more successful in everything you decide to do in life. We have so much technology nowadays, but let's go back in history a little bit. You know that a few thousand years ago these systems simply didn't exist, and at this time there were no cars or houses, and only the strongest could survive. But you can't escape your inner instincts because they are programmed into our brains from birth. Simply put, both guys and girls are programmed to look for qualities in a partner that will ensure their survival. Attraction happens on a subconscious level, which means that neither I, you, nor anyone else can tell us exactly what it is that attracts us. Attraction is an impulse like hunger or thirst that just arises without any control over it, and that's where things get interesting. You might think that since attraction is an impulse, we have no control over it, but I can tell you that it is incredibly easy to trigger it. But before I tell you the secret of how to do it, you need to understand another important evolutionary secret, which is that from an evolutionary standpoint, men are attracted to looks and girls are attracted to behavior. In other words, to trigger attraction in most girls and push pre-programmed buttons. That's all you need to do. In short, you just need to change your behavior in a few simple ways. By doing such things, unattractive guys are already having an uphill battle breaking the rules of evolution. It becomes a competition that is almost impossible to win. But by changing their behavior, these men and all men can create their own advantage and level the playing field, not only when it comes to competing for a date, but in almost any situation in life. The main trait that will trigger evolutionary default settings for most girls is confidence. But most men don't realize what that is. Simply put, confidence is the ability to look confident when being approached. The most important thing to remember is that a confident person is someone who looks confident. In other words, it is how a person behaves that determines whether people will consider them confident. It's like a card in poker. You don't know if the other player's card can beat yours, but if he manages to bluff well enough to make you think he can beat you, then he has a great chance, actually. Whether we want to believe it or not, the same is true in real life. And as we've all seen before, to succeed at anything, you only need to appear confident, even if inside you're scared shitless and have no idea what you're going to do. All too often, especially guys in relationships, get too comfortable and start expressing insecurity. As this is traditionally a female trait, girls find it very unattractive when men express insecurity about anything. This includes your body language such as facial expressions, tone of voice, and the actual words you say. The word confidence is used here as a term and represents two behaviors needed to appear confident when the second part of confidence is dominance. From an evolutionary standpoint, guys are considered dominant and girls are considered submissive. But dominance can only be defined in relation to other people, and it is the guy who seems most confident around others that is seen as the dominant male. If you want most girls to be attracted to you 100% of the time, then all you have to do is be dominant 100% of the time. But you actually need to be dominant around the girl you are dating or in a relationship. By the rules of nature, girls are submissive and guys are dominant, so girls are subconsciously attracted to dominant guys, and guys are subconsciously more attracted to submissive girls. Here's a perfect example to demonstrate this. Imagine a girl wearing a small, weak necklace around her neck. And it is designed to be thin and weak-looking, which are all signs of submission. Necklaces that are made for men are more thicker, heavier, and much looser around the neck. These are all signs of dominance and the polar opposite of submission. Everything we humans wear, from clothes to jewelry, and even the cars we drive, are designed to be. Here's another great example of why you think girls always take selfies by holding the camera up and over themselves. They do it because they have to look up, which makes them appear small and submissive in the photo, and as a result, they push the evolutionary attraction button inside. But girls don't do these things consciously, they just do them because it's the right thing to do. The same goes for guys who take 10 pictures and pick the one where they look the strongest or most masculine. If you asked us why we want to look stronger, we probably wouldn't tell you, but we do. Every man from birth is designed to be confident, curious, and dominant. But for many of us, within a few years of birth, we are stripped of the huge potential we had, and it is replaced with a tiny one, and some random person steals our curiosity and replaces it with a small one. Our parents' environment and experiences after birth mold us into who we are now, and for many guys, all parts of their potential are replaced with the biological equivalent of a weaker one, which obviously most girls wouldn't find evolutionarily attractive. All of this means you will always have a sorry inside. However, the key is to get rid of the modesty and insecurity to rediscover it. So to sum it all up from an evolutionary point of view, girls are impulsively attracted to guys who look confident, dominant, and masculine, and to put it simply, all you really need to attract most girls is confidence and dominance. But here's the secret to success in all things, and the key to gaining the true confidence you need to rediscover all the potential within yourself, and the answer is progress. If you asked 10 different guys who seem to be masters at talking to girls what their secret is, you'd probably get 10 different answers. Some would say it's money, some would say it's their ripped six-pack, and others would say it's their Lamborghini or the huge mansion they live in, and some will even say it's because they're funny. But you probably didn't expect every answer to be correct, and that's why as men, we gain confidence as we make progress in areas where we're lacking right now. Your biggest insecurity might be a lack of money or financial resources. For another guy, it might be a lack of six-pack abs, or the fact that his body is overweight and doesn't fit his figure. All 10 of these guys were missing something, and during this time they felt like they couldn't succeed at anything, especially with girls, until they got what they thought they needed. And once they got it, they no longer lacked confidence, which took the place of insecurity. That's why all 10 of the answers were correct. So the answer to getting his confidence for any guy is simply progress towards fixing what he's lacking. This progress is what creates the confidence that spills over into all aspects of your life and allows you to succeed not only with girls, but in everything in life. So taking action and making progress towards eliminating insecurity is the best way to gain the confidence you need to stay confident when faced with uncertainty. Sure, money and six-packs will increase your attractiveness a little bit, but fundamentally it's the confidence gained from making progress and improving yourself that will make all the difference. Now go outside, unlock the potential you were born with.